President Yar'Adua and the amnesty for Niger Delta militants. In June 2009, President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua made one of the most important decisions in Nigeria's recent history. He announced an unconditional amnesty for militants in the Niger Delta. This proclamation, which came into effect on 25 June 2009, offered a full pardon to anyone involved in militant activities as long as they agreed to surrender their weapons, renounce violence, and embrace a peaceful life. The official document described the amnesty as a step toward creating peace, restoring security, and preparing the ground for long-term development in a region that had suffered for years. To understand why this decision mattered, we need to remember who Yar'Adua was. He served as president from 2007 until his death in 2010. Although his time in office was short, he showed a remarkable commitment to peace, fairness, and national unity. His government recognized that the crisis in the Niger Delta was not simply about crime. It grew from deep frustrations. Many young people in the region felt abandoned, helpless, and angered by years of environmental destruction and a lack of opportunities. Communities that produced the wealth of the nation often lived in poverty and fear. Yar'Adua believed that force alone could not solve this problem. He saw the need for dialogue and healing. The amnesty he offered included several key conditions. First, it granted a full and unconditional pardon to anyone involved in the conflict. Second, militants wishing to accept the offer needed to surrender all illegal arms, ammunition, and equipment. Third, they were required to publicly renounce violence and agree to live peacefully. Fourth, the opportunity was open only for a limited period. The government gave a 60-day window for militants to take part. Even those facing trial or already in custody were allowed to benefit once they fulfilled the conditions. One of the most notable cases was that of Henry Oka, who was released after the proclamation. Researchers and scholars have described the amnesty as part of a broader peacemaking process. They argue that the conflict in the Niger Delta had become too complex for military action alone. Yar'Adua therefore aimed to reduce violence, remove weapons from circulation, and bring the